My name is Jason Saltzman. I'm CEO and founder of Alley. Alley is an entrepreneurial community that we provide workspace and amenities to help early stage businesses grow, and I've been working on it for the past 8 years. What excites me most about Alley is the fact that I can work with early stage entrepreneurs and provide support to help them grow. We can provide mentorship, and over time we can watch what that support actually creates in their life, the success stories out of these businesses. And it's just amazing to watch over time. What really excites me as well is the fact that we're connecting people together globally. So we're working with the entrepreneurs all over the world to connect them together, and watching what happens out of that is just super exciting. So I've been self-employed since I was 17 years old, unfortunately and fortunately. I started my first company, which was a marketing agency. I really had no idea what I was doing, and I just did it. And I felt like entrepreneurship was my calling. I felt that I could practically sit in a classroom, and it was really for me. So I started about 20 businesses, all different types of businesses and all different types of verticals. Most of them have failed. Luckily, I've had some successes over the years. Mostly I learned from starting these businesses, especially the ones that failed, is that you wake up in the morning and you have the opportunity to do it again, and you can take all the learnings from what came out of that business and apply it to something better that will succeed. I think some of the main drivers of the success of a company like Alley was all the things I've learned in the past by failing and applying it to something that was super valuable. You know, one thing I tell early stage entrepreneurs is before you start to think about the money, before you start to think about what it is you actually have to do to get something done, think about this one fact. Do you believe that the world needs you and the product that you're growing to exist? And if you could build a core philosophy around that, then I believe that more than likely you're going to be successful if the world actually wants you to exist. Some of the biggest takeaways from my failures are learning how to fail. I think once you start to think about failure as a lesson and not the end-all be-all, you start to take away all the beauty of the lessons you learn while you fail, the lessons that you learn while you're failing. It's sort of like seeing the problem and what you're trying to solve as a formula. And just like any scientist works on a formula, you're not going to get it right the first time. When I was a kid, I wanted to play for the Yankees. I don't think I ever really wanted to be you have to understand something. So for everybody that's watching this, when I first started, not everybody was building a business. We're in what I like to call an entrepreneurial renaissance, where everybody somehow is either building a business or working for a startup. When I first started, the word startup was like you were starting your car. Like it didn't really mean anything. So back then, there really wasn't a path to these successful exits and stories that were glorified. It wasn't like you were a rock star. You're actually weird if you started your own company. Like my parents thought I was a drug dealer until they saw me on like Bloomberg television. I feel like entrepreneurship is something that sort of fell into my life. Like I didn't seek out to like be an entrepreneur. I didn't seek out to potentially start my own business. It really was just a part of life that naturally I sort of gravitated towards, because my whole life I've been very hands-on, and I think that entrepreneurship at its finest is hands-on problem solving. Every day you wake up, there's another problem to solve, and if you can stomach that, and if you have the grit to get over the problems and to actually not only learn from the problems but appreciate the problems, then entrepreneurship, might be right for you, because that's what I found in my life that I was good at. It was general problem solving.